Last night we did a kind of tribute to Joseph Shambhala, the man who started Ladysmith Black Mambosa. Ladysmith is a town in South Africa near Durban, and in passed away when today Thursday, I think in passed away Tuesday. Ladysmith Black Mambosa is one of the greatest groups I have ever listened to and see perform without music. Great man them. And it's really a big thing in South Africa, even though, as we said last night, it's not really a big thing on here, so because most ones, especially ones, young ones who are listening to music now, don't know the power of that group. For years we did really want to see them come on here, so them still can come, because the death of Joseph don't mean the death of the group. 10 man in our group, and trust me, you see them perform, man. It's great. Anyway, I want to say good afternoon. They have it here again. The man called Young fooling the man. So I don't know where my think pan, why my fooling man. So I'm in a deep meditation. I don't know, maybe the stream never get for come. Bob Marley Museum would be last week. Last week Bob Marley Museum was nice. Yeah, really nice. You know what I mean there? We want to heal up, what we call him now? A member of the Tamlins who we are told pass away. The Tamlins brethren who give us some great music. Mr. Lara, who want to heal him up, pass away. This week too, well, I mean, I tell you, the password thing I get familiar and plenty. You know, when I was in my 20s and I hear people pass away, it's like them they're far from me. Now I hear people pass away and I tell you, say it come like them they're right beside me. You know, so near the whole of it there to that one thing. Life and death. Can't escape it. We come into the world and we come out. All we want to talk about this and talk about that. It's something that's inevitable. We're going to come in, and we're in, and we're going to come out. We have to give thanks for the in. A whole lot of people that talk about better life. So don't worry, there's a better life ahead of you. And they talk about when you're dead. I know say a lie them I tell. Anybody where you hear tell you say there's a better world beyond. It's lie I tell. You know why I tell you say lie I tell? Because him don't know nothing about it, him don't know nobody will experience it. You understand? So we need to live the life right now. Right now, because we're sure of that other part. We're sure of it. You know, we don't have to prepare for it, you know. Just do what you can do, the best you can do it. Righteous or no. After that, if something there, it will take care of itself. You don't want to tell nobody, say, don't worry, you know. There's a better life beyond, and, you know, the blood of Jesus. Jesus died for our sins. What are we going dead, and it's not for sins. It's not for sins going to cause us to die. It's just a part of living. And when your time expire, it just expire. People don't like hear when we talk these ways because them say we are Rasta. Rasta not supposed to talk about death. Well, me is not one of them where in the illusion. We don't have no illusion. You understand? If you're born, you are going to die. It's just simple. It's what you do now that make the difference to your living conditions. So if you want to just live, that is your problem. If you want to live and have life abundantly, that is a necessary thing that every man should aspire to. Have life and have it abundantly. You know, so don't make no one tell you no foolishness. Like a man meeting an accident and him foot broke and I one come over and I say, boy, thank God him never broke your 2 foot. then why broke one of the foot? That is really the problem I have with these philosophies. When people go to church, and talk about them are heal people. Heal people where? Anytime, and I kid you not, and I know say thousands of people are listening to me now. Anytime I say a person make a 1 foot man grow back, I going to cut off my locks and start go to church every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Oh gosh, yeah man, 3 times a day. Yeah man, anytime a person what talk about him a claim say him a heal people and I get people heart, get rid of arthritis and get rid of cancer. Anytime I see him make a 1 foot man or a 1 hand man and grow back and is working like the hand will never broke and never chop off, I will gladly in the name of Jesus go to church, as Samantha said, 3 times a day. You know, see it? Here she know with her digital shake to it thing. No, it's a serious thing. Because I know say some serious illusion people are sell people. Somebody vexed me the other day and I tell him say, well, it's last night I did tell him and people keep calling me about it. I wear a symbol named the Ankh, which is an Egyptian symbol. And it means life. Life. By now most people must know what it means. Life is a symbol out of Egypt. Life is the togetherness of the male and the female. And you can see the female womb in the top of it. I prefer wearing that than wear a dead man hang on a cross on my neck. What kind of madness is that? That a man make an image of a dead man on a cross and everybody going around with it, around him neck. As emblem of suffering and shame. I don't know suffering and shame thing, you know. Life abundantly. Like how Samantha look. And them kind of life never want to have. Like the life of Samantha have. You understand? Anyway, we're going to shake to
The Manchester man accused of killing his girlfriend, 29-year-old hairdresser Shanika Dixon, and her friend, 35-year-old bartender Ilara Mullings on February 5 in Knowles Crescent, Mandeville, has been charged. Charged with double murder is 38-year-old Roland Williams of New Green in the parish. Police reports are that on the night in question, both women were asleep when a man forced his way into Dixon's house by removing a burglar bar and louvers from a kitchen window. Dixon was reportedly shot first, then Mullings. Dixon's 3 children who were reportedly inside the house at the time were not harmed. Hours later, the police captured Williams during an operation along the Williamsfield Main Road in the parish. Williams is to appear in court at a later date. Gender Minister Olivia Grange says work being conducted on Jamaica's first National Women's Centre is in its final stages. Ms. Grange was given an update on the development of shelters for abused women in the country. As part of efforts to support victims of gender-based violence, the government will be setting up 3 national women's shelters across the island. The minister said the cabinet recently signed off on the purchase of 2 other shelters for the west and eastern regions. Ms. Grange was speaking with JIS News recently. In news overseas, the World Health Organization, WHO, says coronavirus cases are not rising dramatically outside China, despite a spike in Hubei province. The only exception was on a cruise liner docked in Japan, where 44 new cases were reported, bringing the total there to 218. According to the WHO, there was also no major shift in the coronavirus's pattern of mortality or severity. Hubei recorded 242 deaths on Wednesday, the deadliest day of the outbreak. Head of WHO's Health Emergencies Program, Mike Ryan, says there was also a huge increase in the number of cases, with 14,840 people diagnosed. But most of this was down to Hubei, using a broader definition to diagnose people. Finally, U.S. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo says there has been a pretty important breakthrough in peace talks with the Taliban in recent days. Mr. Pompeo notes that U.S. President Donald Trump had given the go-ahead for further talks. The two sides have long been engaged in negotiations aimed at ending the 18-year war in Afghanistan, but they have been fraught with challenges, with Mr. Trump declaring the talks dead in September. Mr. Pompeo on Thursday hailed recent progress, but said the negotiations were complicated and that a peace deal had not yet been reached. Some 13,000 U.S. troops remain in Afghanistan after the U.S. intervention to oust the Taliban in 2001. Those are the local and international headlines, brought to you by Old MacDonald Farms, the king of sausage, located in Sandy Bay, Clarendon. Call 909-4457. Major news is next at 5:45. From the IRFM newsroom, I'm Danique Weston.
The Leeward Highland Hurricanes reached 145 for 6 at tea on today's opening day of their regional 4-day cricket championship fifth round clash against Jamaica Scorpions at the Trelawney Multipurpose Stadium. Opener Munchin Hodge is the top scorer so far with 52. Amir Django is next best with 32, while Devon Thomas fell for 16 and Karen Powell 9. Patrick Harty is leading the Scorpions attack with 2 for 35 so far, while there's a wicket each for Derval Green, Nicholson Gordon and Pete Summon. Meanwhile, Barbados Pride batting first, reaching 188 for 8 against the Trinidad and Tobago Red Force at the Kensington Oval. Newly appointed JFF Technical Committee head Rudolph Speed is already hinting at the difficult and challenging job he has been entrusted. Speed, speaking to RFM Sports, says there just might have to be a few changes in order to have a smooth transition.
As long as the directors ratify the recommendation of the president for me to be the chairman of the technical committee, then really, my job is to try in a year that we're trying to qualify for a number of World Cup under 20 qualifiers, under 17 and the senior national male team. Definitely, what we're going to be trying to do is to engage all the people in Jamaica who have the requisite knowledge to ensure that there is a smooth process. And we can keep our performance consistent and improve them as we go along. So that is really the task that I have. It's going to be difficult. There might have to be some changes. Clearly, we need to outfit the entire coaching staff with the proper coaches and the right personnel to help them along for the staff. So it's going to be difficult. We're divided we are some of the times. But at the end of the day, as long as Jamaica keeps improving, we're not making the same mistakes that we used to make, we're satisfied.
Head of the JFF Technical Committee, Rudolph Speed. Former 6-time champions Lennon High will take on Gav Masea this afternoon as part of a 9-game schedule in the Issa Water Under-19 High School Girls Football Competition. In other matches in Zone E, Glenmuir take on Central and Kems Hill tackles Vere. In other games, Bel Air entertain Christiana, Homewood face Bishop Gibson, Campion meets Tivoli, Yalas plays Clancarthy, St. Andrew Technical oppose Pembroke Hall, and Woolmer's Girls tackles Penwood. Finally, a Price Waterhouse Coopers audit has revealed that football's governing body in Africa is in a state of disarray. The investigation into the Confederation of African Football CAF questioned the body's accounting, its governance and payments. Amongst other details, the audit carried out by PwC found that transactions totaling more than $20 million, which either have little or no supporting documentation or were considered higher risk. 1 year, the PwC audit suggested further investigating was the role played by CAF President Ahmad Issatache, Loic Gerard, among others, in the deal with French company Tactical Steel. The company's financial dealings with CAF were described as highly suspicious. Ahmad has already strenuously denied any wrongdoing with regard to this case. The forensic audit, which was complicated by CAF's tendency to make most of its payments in cash, also suggested considerable reforms were needed through CAF. From the IRFM Sports Desk, I'm Roger Haspel.
Okay, we're there with you. About the Corolla. We see so much underdevelopment going on, with this disease here. So, one, there's a ship with dock out pan Japan waters there. Big ship with how much people there pan about 9 days now them there on a ship there. All of them nobody can come off or go on. Because you know them have a period of time. It's weird, but all of them disease what them are talking about, malaria, this, that, all of them take 2 weeks for really start to make you figure out if it's really that or not. But it's interesting to hear the people them on the ship talk about them deal on the ship. You know, some of them come like them don't even want to cover because the nice time when them have, you know. But the one interests me is the one where in a China where them say somebody catch the disease through the pipe. Somebody catch the disease through the pipe. Yes, water are running out the pipe. And somebody catches disease. I try to figure out how them catch a disease through the pipe. Is this an airborne thing we are going that, you know, because I see them a spray place, I see them a spray the road them in a China. You know, them have some big fogging machine, I spray the road them. Spray the ear as a matter of fact. But that was the most amazing one I hear where them say somebody catch a disease through the water pipe. It's a very serious thing. But we can remember the other day with the Ebola disease, when the Ebola did rise up. You know. I wonder how them not start claim say a strain of it is found in Africa yet. May I listen out for that, you know. Yeah, man. Asphalt. Yeah, I'm not giving up on it. I just feel said them are going to come round to Africa in some way or another. Them going to come round to Africa as it relates to this disease here, because it can some massive Africa don't jump in it. But the reality it is that pop up in the studio. I guess it's the latest sensation. IRFM latest sensation pop up. Trust me, man. Hey, you could have deal me now call you lollipop, you know. Me, now call you lollipop. You understand? I pop up your name. But, no, me now call him lollipop, man. Oh, you mean, oh, lollipop, oh, lollipop. My boy, lollipop. I don't even make it. He make what? I don't even make, no, that's all. Me, I call you pop up. Because me now call you no lollipop. Anyway, yes. What? Okay. Listen up, cash part, special part. Okay. We have a giveaway here, Jamaica Music Conference giveaway. The first caller with the correct answer to this question will win 2 tickets to the Jamaica Music Conference. Question: where will the Jamaican Music Conference be held? Answer: call and tell me. Okay. Here we know. It's amazing that this disease has garnered so much attention, and it is in China. Now, the latest news I have, this is a news that just are coming so now. News that just are coming that them find some cases in America, 25 cases. Make I find it. 25 cases, I think 25 cases, them find in America now, which is getting closer. Really. We don't want to hear say it there yet, you know. Right there. US announces 15 coronavirus case. This one in Texas. Evacuate. All right. See that? Make you find it. Yeah. US officials on Thursday announced the country's 15th confirmed case of the new coronavirus. An evacuee from China who had been under quarantine in Texas. The patient who had been flown to Lackland Air Force Base in San Antonio last week is now in isolation at the hospital and was reported in stable condition. The infection was confirmed through Wednesday's night lab tests, making the person the first coronavirus patient in Texas. So this is the 15th confirmed case in America. Now, so far, all of the cases that them testing at Jamaica proved to be not it. And they have opened the St. Joseph Hospital, which the people in a Vineyard Town is at war with the Ministry of Health for put it in our place like that. Even though the minister is giving a surety that it's not going to, well, them have a little thing to tell you, you know, and it's very difficult for me to sub them argument there, you know. I hear a woman explain for the Ministry of Health say, if somebody like talk or cough, the virus will only travel about 3 feet from where the person do it. In other words, now, if you start up out there so and make cough or have it, it not gonna reach you because you're too far for it go up there so. Me not really hold them something there, you know. If me no say, which now me start to really check it, say young have all virus. Me not coming here, you know. Me not coming in here. And me start to check him seriously now. Like I never see him last week, now me are one, that's where I go on. I don't come in and see him look like him afraid the whole time. I see him afraid of him and fall. And up to now, him not get up from there, so you know. Them not get up from there, so me don't know. But me nah gonna make nobody tell me them something there, you know. Say if a man have the thing and him cough or so, where you out there so now, asphalt, it not gonna affect you.
Red flag.
That means it's an airborne thing.
Red flag.
Eh? Red flag? White flag. Me gone. You understand? Hey, watch out. We don't have no joke with this thing, I know. We don't have no joke. Because we don't want no disease from China come kill me. I said, I have so much disease, that's why it never kill me. Me never catch, when them call the one chicken gonorrhea, and me never catch arms, when them call the other one the other day. Zika, and the other one, dengue. Look how much disease we have here, so. Me never catch none of them, Rasta. If you go really make a Chinese disease come close over here, so now come kill me half. And make me go kill young, you know. It's a terrible thing. Your name young, you know, all your name. All your name you have to start check out, you know. Young. That does sound suspicious. That name that sounds suspicious, you know, young. Anyway. I refer now bring you a live link from the Ministry of Education, Youth and Information, Region 3 Junior Achievement Jamaica at the Port Road Sports Complex in Discovery Bay, St. Anne. Over now to Teddy, the Vibes Energy and location. Yes, Teddy.
Yes, Mutabaruka. Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon to all our listeners via RFM.net and the world. We're coming to you live from Port Road Sports Complex in Discovery Bay, St. Anne. It's all about the Ministry of Education, Youth and Information in collaboration with Junior Achievement Jamaica, the Hartress NTA, and their partners, National Careers Week, Region 3 Forum. And can I tell you, Muta, we had a number of schools, and we still have some all the way from Trelawney and St. Anne. They're here converge at the Port Road Sports Complex under the theme Career Development, the vehicle that leads to success. Now, they have quite a number of competitions, a number of agencies, a number of activities so far, and we still have some taking place on grounds. But with me, we have Kalia Smith. She is the project manager of Junior Achievement Jamaica. Welcome back once again, Kalia Smith, to the areas of our FM.
Thank you so much. It's been a very long and fruitful day. I'm very happy with
Excellent. I was one of the judges in the competition, and I saw where the various schools doing cosmetics and beauty products and a wide category of different products. Right? Can you just share with our listeners the aim and the motive behind this, that Junior Achievement is pushing business and entrepreneurship?
So one of our pillars is Junior Achievement entrepreneurship. And so in all our activities that we do, to think about creating jobs as opposed to just being employed. So one of our programs that we're really...
Hey, Teddy.
Yes.
We not hear that lady there, no?
You're not here?
No, you have to get your mic or something, man.
Hold on. Yeah, here now? Stop, speak.
She not saying nothing.
So one of our pillars at Junior Achievement is entrepreneurship.
Yeah, here now, Muta?
Not like who I hear you.
Oh, alright, I'll give her my mic so you
No,
can...
let me just say that.
So, hold on now. Hold on, here we go.
Okay, just checking if you're hearing me clearly.
Yeah, I hear it now.
Okay. So I was sharing that one of our pillars at Junior Achievement is entrepreneurship, and so all our activities are developed with that in mind. So for grade 9, our main program is our entrepreneurship program for grade 9 students in every high school across the island into entrepreneurship. So today we have the Region 3 schools that are in Trelawney and St. John's who came out and showed off their different business ideas. We have students from Marcus Garvey Technical, Westwood High School, Fernport High School, St. Hilda's High School, York Castle, and Mushet High School, who were participating in our entrepreneurship competition today. So they had to display their product that they developed at school and pitch that to a number of judges that were going around and asking them questions about their business ideas. And so in a few, we will be announcing on stage the winners for these various competitions.
Excellent. All right, and who are some of the sponsors? I know you are the main sponsor. Who are some of your partners? Quickly, go and represent us. Who are some of the partners that you have?
So as you know, this activity is put on by the Ministry of Education, Junior Achievement Jamaica, and Hartford. However, we've had sponsorship from Citibank and the insurance company of the West Indies, ICWI, who are two of Junior Achievement's main sponsors for this program.
Okay. All right. What's next for Junior Achievement and the Ministry of Education Region 3?
Well, we will be continuing to develop our programs and having them implemented in different schools, not just in Region 3, but across the island in the different regions. They are also participating. So our aim is to have all the high schools in Jamaica doing entrepreneurship as a subject and not just teaching business studies and the theoretical part of it. We want the students to have the hands-on experience.
In closing, what is Junior Achievement? What kind of organization?
So Junior Achievement, we're a non-profit organization and we do programs in entrepreneurship, financial literacy and readiness for primary and high school students. We work closely with the ministry. That's how we get into the schools. And our programs are very hands-on and experiential. It's not just talk and talk learning. We have the students learning by doing all this.
Pleasure speaking with you, Miss Kalia Smith, Project Manager, Junior Achievement Jamaica. All right, that's it from us here, Mutabaruka National Careers Week, Region 3. All courtesy of the Ministry of Education, Youth and Information, Junior Achievement Jamaica, the Hartrust NPA National Training Agency, under the theme Career Development, the vehicle that leads to success. Muta!
Yes, sir. Yeah, that was a live link from the Ministry of Education, Youth and Information, Region 3, Junior Achievement Jamaica, the Port Road Sports Complex in Discovery Bay, St. Anne. Okay. Yeah, if you forget, this is the Steppin Razor, the art of war. We're there with you. My brethren is back against the hour between 3 and 4, sponsored by Prince Avery. Growers Choice Organic Fertilizer. 6 Seabreeze Avenue, Kingston 2. Good for all crops, including medical marijuana. Call 930-6067. Grower's choice. Okay. We have on the line one of the founding fathers of the first reggae festival in the world. This festival started reggae festival that is all over Europe and America. He's one of the man them who we have been associated with. When we say associated with, we mean say we have done Sunsplash many times. As a matter of fact, I think me and Dennis Brown is the two artists where grace Sunsplash stage more than every other artist. And we also tour with Sunsplash in America and Japan. Dan Green, how you do?
Yes, sir. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
How are you, sir?
I am okay, man. I told you that I need to talk to you, From I saw you in New York, I say I have to talk to Dan Green.
Yes, you did, and you have kept your promise.
Yes, I keep to the promise, of course. Especially like how this month is reggae month in Jamaica. When last you come to Jamaica?
The last time I came to Jamaica?
Yeah.
Was in August.
Oh, it was in Jamaica?
At least. Yeah, at least twice a year.
So when we see you in New York, at the Dark Festival, the Dark Achievement Award, when we see you?
That was in November.
November?
November.
Yeah, November.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. All right. So, Dan Green, Ronnie Burke, Tony Johnson, who we are left out?
Don't forget John Wakelin.
John Wakelin passed away, Tony Johnson.
And a very important lady whose name, sometimes people overlook, but she was very instrumental. She was our public relations lady, a lady by the name of Maxine Walters.
Oh, but I can tell you something now.
Yes. Maxine
Walters, just Tuesday night here, we had Johnny Black had an exposition of the photos. Because say Johnny Black, he have the most Bob Marley pictures. He take the most pictures of Bob Marley than anybody else. And a whole heap of artists.
Before you elaborate, I had someone, a friend of mine, had a camera right in the crowd.
I
saw everybody. I yelled up Johnny.
I was supposed to moderate. I was a moderator there.
I heard you.
Yeah. But she was the one who organized up it and said, them after this thing, and it was wonderful. The place was packed out.
Man, it was beautiful.
Yeah.
I felt the vibe.
You felt it, yeah. We had Tommy Cook and Leslie.
Colin Leslie, yes.
Yes, and we have Ronald and Walters on the stage. It was wonderful. So you were saying that, Maxine also alluded to our involvement in Sunsplash. She mentioned, ideas of Sunsplash. All right.
She was right there.
Yeah, so tell me now the genesis, because all the people hear Sunsplash, they hear about Sumfest, they hear about Sundance, they hear about all sorts of things. Tell me how is it that you decide, say, you go and have a festival that is reggae, especially in the time when corporate people them disdain the argument about reggae.
Okay. Well, actually, Tony Johnson and myself had formed a company by the Synergy Incorporated, right? And we were looking into the Blue Mountains. We were looking into a coffee project. Right? And one day Tony came and said, listen, Don, this coffee thing going to take a long time, I heard about something that we might be interested in. And I said, what is that? He said he heard that the Jamaica Tourist Board wanted to stage a singles event. I said, what is this?
What is a singles event?
Yeah, the singles event was supposed to be an outreach by the Jamaica Tourist Board to college students in North America. Invite them to Jamaica, take them around for a week, let them go to all the different attractions. And at the end of the week, they would get a pastor right, to marry any other student who felt like getting married.
You're serious?
Yes, that was their event.
Singles event.
And we said, we said, okay. Tony was right on it. And Tony said, you know what? If they're going to be bringing down students, college students, for a whole week, right? We had just come out of college here. We know what college students love to do. College students love to party, right? So we said, you know what? Maybe we could put a proposal to the Jamaica Tourist Board, right, to have an event, music event every night for the 7 nights. So that's how the whole concept we put together to the Tourist Board. You know, of course, they laughed at us, you know, when we told them that we wanted to put a reggae festival together. They laughed. They said, reggae? And the chairman of the Tourist Board, he was right there, nearly fell off his chair. When we said, a reggae.
It's a reggae. Yeah.
Yeah. And so, you mean people who actually come to the festival? Said, yeah. And he laughed. So we were lucky at that very moment. One of us had the Melody Maker magazine. You remember the Melody Maker magazine? It was equivalent to the Billboard.
I think it was England it come from.
That's right, in Europe.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
It's their version of what we call Billboard here. Right? And on the front page was a Rastaman. And this Rastaman had attracted, I think, something like 70,000 people to a concert in Milan, Italy.
Them says 100,000 without an opening act.
There you go.
There
you go.
Yeah, without an opening act. Yeah.
Yes, of course, the man was Bob Marley.
Yeah.
Right. I heard that event had such an impact that the Pope himself wanted to know who was this Rasta.
Because Bob Marley was drawing more people than the Pope.
Than the Pope himself.
Yeah, yeah.
Right. So as we showed him that, you know, the smile sort of, you know, dropped off his face. Right? Because now for the first time he was realizing the impact of reggae music. So then he said to us, okay, all right, guys. So you want to have this reggae festival. All right, maybe the tourist board will acquiesce to having a reggae festival. But how are you guys going to make money? So we said, well, we'll charge at the gate. The man started laughing again. He said, you mean to say you expect tourists to pay money to see reggae? that's how dismal it was, you know. It was an uphill battle from there, my brother. Trying to convince these people that the power of reggae could actually attract people to Jamaica, and these tourists would actually pay to come in to the festival. That was the starting point, right? So the tourist board, but you know, I have to give it to them also, because you know, they woke up after all these years when they used to close all the hotels in Jamaica during the summer period. They would send home all the workers, close the hotels, right? And 3 months later, they bring them back. Every year that went on for quite a while, you know. And the reasoning behind that was the tourist board with all the brains behind them. They figured that nobody would want to come to Jamaica during the summer because North America had beaches, you know, Europe, and it was summer, so they wouldn't want to come to Jamaica, right? So they decided maybe we should do something with this summer period, and that is how they came to us with the singles idea, and we turned it into a reggae festival.
Yeah, festival, yeah. And the first, talk, man.
Well, of course, the first one is always always different, always unique, especially when you're doing pioneering work. You know, so nobody really knew what to expect. All they knew was that, you know, we're going to have some reggae musicians play every night for a week, right? And it was indeed a very special moment in the history of Jamaica, right? Of course, you know, an event like that would cost money. So where was the money supposed to come from? So we put up everything that we could put up. Car, anything that we could find. Right? And put that as collateral and give it to Barclays Bank. Well, Muta, you really don't want me. I'm telling the whole story.
But you saw.
I could entertain you all evening.
No. You know how to take all evening, but you can't stop this or do. Because you have me on the edge of the seat right now. No, you can't stop this or. You say you put up the money back this bank, have all of your car, your house, your land and everything. And then what? Tell me, man, don't lose it.
We lose everything. We lose the shirt first. First year we lost.
That was what, 78, 79, which year that was? 78, the first one, that's at Jared Park.
Yeah. Jared Park, June 23rd to the 30th.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, man.
So you recoup from that now, because you only never stop, let's say, only never stop.
Right. Okay. So we had, as you know, every man had a function. Right, John Wakelin, was the man on radio.
Yeah, I'm there on radio.
John Wakelin was the man who had to deal with the stage and all the settings around here. Ronnie Burke, as you know, knew the artist long ago.
Yeah.
Right? So that's why me and Tony really, said, because Tony was living in LA for 17 years.
Yeah.
I was living in New York for 10 years when I returned to Jamaica in 1978. And Tony came in an empty plane from LA. I came in an empty plane from New York because in 1978 everybody was leaving Jamaica.
Yes. the communist here.
Yeah, everybody said, boy, Jamaica going to turn communist.
Yes.
Yeah. Everybody want to run me. And me and Tony end up being in Jamaica at the same time. Actually, I did not even know Tony before, He's a mutual friend. A guy by the name of Toby Marston that introduced us, right? And Tony started telling me about all his experiences on the West Coast, and I told him about my experiences on the East Coast, and we started, talking, and then the whole idea came together, that maybe, let's start this festival, but let's work on it. But we needed somebody who was in constant touch with the artists in Jamaica. Yeah. And that's when Tony said,
Ronnie Burke.
A friend named Ronnie Burke.
Ronnie Burke, yes.
Yeah. So, all right, let's invite, Yeah,
all right. So, wait, you keep the first one and then you lose. Barclays Bank, take on the car and all them something there. So, how you get to do the second one and the third one? How you get to do that one there?
Well, we had good friends, because, we couldn't go back to another bank after that. Right? And there was no other financial institution that would help us, And I tell you, boy, we're almost forced to do the second one in a Muta between me and you. Right? Because we lost so much money in the first one.
You have things you could have recouped on the second one.
And all the creditors, my area was the financial.
Yeah.
Right? So, like I said, Ronnie was dealing with the artists. John was dealing with stage and radio and all of that. Tony was, as you know, Tony was the mouthpiece of Synergy. Tony did all the talking.
Yeah.
So, what did I do? I said, Don, you do college and MBA, all them things, you deal with the finance. Right? So I was dealing with the finance. So, after we had that colossal loss the first year, and I went to my partners and said, boy, it's the week running here now. Most of the people, them jumping over the wall, all kind of hanky-panky going on at the gate. Jared Park had so many gates to begin with. We were not collecting any money at all. So, like, Friday night coming towards the end of the festival, we said, boy, let's have a little meeting. And we put 2 and 2 together. We said, boy, I have a big hole here to fill. I have lots of creditors to pay. So I said, boy, so how are we going to deal with it? The 3 man them look at me and say, Don, it's your area that,
I'm putting for you.
Yeah, I'm supposed to deal with finance. That's all right. So I had my crew from Tebow Avenue, you know, some of the 12 tribe brethren around me. So when all the police and everybody gone, Sunday morning after Sunsplash, I said, listen, all the creditors, when I look around, there's a sea of creditors, you know, we're 20 odd people. Some people work, some people don't work, all kind of things, right? But the night before, you know, when we all met together, we said, the little money that we have, we are going to make sure that all the artists them get paid.
Yeah.
So once we agreed on that, that was cool. So what was left over wasn't enough. So me and my crew, right, I said, listen, I cannot deal with 20 odd people at the same time. So you just have to listen to everybody one on one. Right?
Yeah.
And after a grueling week, I was there, fresh and ready. And I sat down and looked everybody in the face, all the creditors, in the eyes, and said, listen, boss, how did you enjoy Sunsplash? Everybody, boy, the best thing we ever seen, man. We love it. All right. Did you notice what was happening with our gate? I said, yeah, man. Let's say our policeman up tickets and all that thing. I said, yes. Yeah. There was an enterprising guy. This have to be in the movie.
Yeah.
Put the movie together.
Yeah.
A man had a truck, a dumper truck, pulled up against the wall, Jared Park wall.
Yeah.
And he was charging people
For climb over.
the fence.
For climb over upon it.
Everybody had a little racket going on, but
Yeah. All right, let me ask you a question. I could jump a little. According to Ronnieberg's story, because I mentioned it Tuesday night, that when did I figure out who could have pulled for the next one? When did I try to figure out which artist who could have get to put on it? And I don't remember if it's Ronnieberg said him go up a tough gang. And Bob Marley look on him and say, hey brethren, I wanna keep Big Show and then have Bob Marley on it.
That's right.
Tell the people them that. Tell the people them that part there. Tell the people them that part there.
I remember that very well because all four of us went up to Tough Gang. Right? When we drove through the gate, right, we saw Mr. Marley playing some football. He didn't see us at first, you know. He must play football. So we watched him for a couple of minutes and he looked around and then he saw the car and saw the four of us and stopped right away and walk over to us. Did not say a word. He did a whole miming scene. Right? Look on Ronnie Burke. Point on Ronnie Burke. He didn't say anything. Just point on Ronnie Burke. Right? And then tap his pockets. And then show us like money. Somebody shelling out money. And then open his hand. Basically what he was saying, without saying a word, he was saying, hey Ronnie, I give you some money. Right? I don't see anything yet. And Ronnie said, no, boss, everything is all right. The mixing board, I got the money for the mixing board, and you will get the mixing board later. Right? That's how it started. And then Bob, the first word that Bob said was, how come I hear that Synergy Productions staged the biggest reggae festival in the history of the world? Because that is what Tony Johnson's line, you know. Reggae Sunsplash, the biggest reggae festival in the history of the world. That was the motto. So how come Synergy staged the biggest reggae festival in the history of the world and Bob Marley not on it? So everybody just laugh. Yes, boss, you're on it. So that is how we got Bob for 1979.
And it caught that time there. Come in the day at that time there. We come at that one there, Giant Park.
Yeah, man.
Ram.
And that was, boy, throughout the whole Sunsplash period, you know, Bob Marley was a constant inspiration, at least to me.
Yes.
You know, because he was out there internationally and showing us that this music is much bigger than we thought it was in Jamaica.
Yes. Even though they try to promote it. All right, hold on it down. Me could take some advertisement just so. This is a Steppin Razor, the art of war, where they are going through the piece in the history of Reggae Sunsplash, the first reggae festival in the world. Started in 1978. And we have on the line one of the founders of that, Dan Green, living in New York now, I think. Yes. Dan.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we're there with you again. All right.
Yeah, man.
All right. What I ask now is that after the Bob Marley company and obviously you get a nice crowd and thing.
Yes.
How much years Reggae Sunsplash keep, by the way? How much years? And I remember the last one I did was 1993.
We went on till 1995.
All right, the one we keep down in a plantation, which part, where them name there, where we keep people. Which year that was again? Which year that?
Well,
they have Alpha Blonde upon it.
Well, 1995 was my last year.
Oh, 1995 was the last year.
Last year, that Synergy produced Sunsplash.
Okay. All right. All right, so I could go through it now. Reggae Sunsplash are going for years and years out, and Jared Park eventually get too small feet. And there was a piece of land down a Seawin Hotel, near Seawin Hotel, where them eventually called Bob Marley, I don't remember
Performance Center, yeah.
Bob Marley Performance Center. We're not there again at no Performance Center. How that part go now? How to reach down there so now? How that land they come available to now?
Well, what had happened before, I think it was in either 1982, maybe 82. You remember they had a big concert on there?
Yeah, with Skitter Davis and Grateful Dead and Peter Tosh and all them in there, yeah.
And Peter Tosh, yeah.
Yeah, I remember.
So they were the first ones that used that place.
Yeah.
Bob Marley Center. So I think it was 1982, yes. 1982 after we did Sunsplash. Well, 1982 was a good year. As a matter of fact, 1982 was probably the best year in terms of financing.
Yes. People start to get interested in that time now. The financiers, them start to get interested.
Yes. Well, in 1982, there was a group out of Washington calling themselves the KSR Group, right? And they offered to underwrite Sunsplash. That's the only year that all the financing was in place.
Yeah.
In 1982, right? And we had a good Sunsplash, and that, I think, the standout artist in 1982, or one of the standout artists, I should say, was a man called Yellow, the Yellow Fellow.
Yellow Man. Yes.
Yellow Man was big.
Yes.
In 1982. We saw a crowd that came from the utmost part of Jamaica to come see Yellow Man perform.
That was about 40,000 people they saw.
Multa. 40,000 people can't hold Jared Park.
Not Jared Park. And Jared Park is still there. I think you moved from Jared Park to the Bob Marley.
No. It's after 82 though that we said, boy, we can't go back into Jared Park again.
Yeah, me remember when Yellow Man come and lock us all Barry G. Start a Barry G for the stage.
Yeah. In 1983, we went to the Bob Marley Performance Center.
Yeah.
The first time we went there.
That was the time. That was the time when Shabba Ranks come on the stage in a helicopter.
No man, Shabba Ranks came much later. Shabba Ranks in the helicopter was 1990 and 1991. It was 2 years Shabba Ranks was on top. But 83 now, right, was one of the longest Sunsplashes that we had.
Yes.
Because that went on. The last act came off stage around 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
In the afternoon. I remember that. I think it was Dennis Brown.
Sunday afternoon.
I was Dennis Brown.
Black Uhuru.
Black
Uhuru.
Yeah, well, that did long. That's true. Can you remember me have my stall there, sell food and thing, and me I tell you start make all breakfast. That was something.
Yeah. Yeah, man, those are some nice days.
All right, hold on there.
Yeah,
Hold on there. We'll come back to you. We have another thing I forgot here, so I'm make to see where we're going. All right. Okay. We are going to go back to this interview, but we're going to call back the virgin. And we have a next virgin with him to really bring into the conversation, because I know a lot of people have heard about Reggae Sunsplash and never experienced it yet, but they have experienced Rebel Salute, they have experienced Reggae Summerfest. Just picture those two concerts under one heading. Those two concerts under one heading named Reggae Sunsplash. That was what was happening in Montego Bay in the 80s and 90s. It moved from Jared Park, as you hear the man say, them days a Yellow Man just a come out. So you know everybody wants Yellow Man, and that start out a thing where in 82 where the place cark like a war, because everybody wants Yellow Man. And then the place gets so small to keep it that they move it to a place in the Bob Marley Center that was in Montego Bay. A whole lot of people don't even know these things. The Bob Marley Center is not there anymore. What was once an open land that can hold thousands of people is now with building, and I think a hotel upon it too. They're right down on the road there after you pass. We're catching all this. So you turn right like you go down at the sea there. A hotel used to down the Sea Wind Hotel. On a road, strip of road they go down there. So that is where it used to keep. Big concert. You know, like enough. When I say enough people we are talking about, enough people could have hold that venue there. The thing about that venue there, it's long, it never even square like what we are seeing now. Alright. We could see who they have on the line as well. Okay.
Yes, Muta, I'm here.
Oh, this is Dan?
Hello, Mr. Green.
Yes.
Oh, Ronnie Burke.
Yes, Mr.
Ronnie Burke and Dan Green, man. Ronnie Burke.
How are you doing?
Why I just see that and you look fresh.
I was with Dan, you would have loved Johnny Black's exhibition.
But like I said, I had a roving camera right in the crowd here, so it was as if I was there.
Of course, I did see you. I couldn't hear you, but I did see you.
Yeah, but that was really nice.
Yeah, we are talking about the genesis of Reggae Sunsplash, and we reached 1982 when Yellow Man cark up Jared Park and make the place too small to keep it again.
Well, let me tell you, that was an experience. And you remember when that massive gate at Jared Park where the trucks used to come in with a big padlock and chain, and the people were just pushing against it and pushing against it and pushing against it, and we realized that, damn, this gate is going to come down. And Tony got the bright idea of gathering all the guard dogs, the guards with dogs, and line them up in front of the gate. And when the gate came down, the dogs were crazy. So it ended up with the guards chasing to try and catch one of the dogs all over the park. It was a comedy.
I tell you, this movie about Sunsplash has to be a comedy, you know.
It's a comedy. But you see what I mean? It's a comedy. I don't explain, you know. We got caught totally blindsided. We had no idea that Yellow was going to bring this kind of crowd down, you know. We had no idea. It was a Thursday night, you know. We were laid back.
You know,
it was as big, if not bigger a challenge than the night we had Bob Marley.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, it would be like, yeah. All right.
You know, what happened from that performance is the beginning of Dancehall Night.
Yes.
The other man who created that. You know?
Yep.
And that started in a Jared Park or down at the Bob Marley Center?
No, man, that started at Jared Park.
Jared Park.
It was dance all night that drove us from Star Park because look, 30,000 people in that place. We were lucky. We didn't have serious casualties.
You mean 30,000 people where? 30,000 people where?
In Jarrett Park.
Oh, 'cause I remember 40,000 people down at Bob Marley Center.
No man, it was the Yellow Man experience that drove us out of Jarrett Park, and so we realized that look, this festival is going at a place where we could never get away with this again. A crowd like this again in the very limited confines. Just imagine, that they're just simply like 6 toilets, clean. The walls were 6 foot, so it was crazy,
Yes.
And the irony, the irony is that while all that is happening, the government is building a venue called the Bob Marley Center for a foreign promoter.
Yes,
the
World Music Festival, Grateful Dead and all them people there.
Yeah. That's right. And the government built that for them.
Yes.
Not for us.
Oh, I saw it did go? I never knew the government did build it.
Yeah, man. Built by the UDC.
Oh, I think it's clear. Them just clear out the land and decide to not keep it.
Built by the UDC because the government had a deal with the World Music Festival that fell out. I think the deal was that the video rights. The government had a big share of the video rights, but there were no video rights. But none of those artists signed their rights away. So it was a big con,
Ronnie Burke.
Yes.
You shouldn't say that, When you tell a man like me that who will lobby all the while to have a place where the music can play, and you are tell me now, say, because of the World Music Festival with Grateful Dead, Skitter Davis, and all them people that go perform down at Mobile, the government, UDC, have built a place to keep the music.
They built that place for them.
Wow.
And when the World Music Festival failed and pulled up to leave, they abandoned the Bob Marley Center. Everything was stolen out of it. Every single light.
You're serious?
Every door, every window, every piece of zinc, every toilet, every bed.
Open land. It become an open land.
All the chain link fence couldn't manage it. It was just
too much.
And so we went back to Jarrett Park in 84 and 85.
Yes.
Let to go back. And 86 too. It's not before 87.
And then we said to the government, can we use the Bob Marley Center? And they said yes, but we are not spending any money. So as soon as it was faced with the Bob Marley Center with trees that were, some of them were 6 and 8 feet tall.
Yes.
Where the stage would be. The entire place was overgrown. We had to please up. Charles Campbell will forever be a hero to me, to us.
Yeah,
Charles moved physically onto the Bob Marley Center. And we cut it back, put in grass, replaced all the buildings, all the electricity, flushing toilets. We built 120 stores, cover them, put electricity in them, with the backstage room, the backstage offices, all that out of hours. So
you have to build a venue. Imagine you have to build a venue. You have to actually build a venue.
We have to build a venue.
Yeah. Wow.
We have to build a venue.
And the government build it for a foreign show.
It's so arbitrary, Muta. But I asked the question, maybe I'm wrong even to ask it. What has any government done specifically for reggae music over the 50 years that have passed? Tell me what they have done. What? Is there a venue? Is there some kind of incentive? Is there what? Because let me tell you, when we put on Reggae Sunsplash, which was working with the tourist board to fill their hotels, we received $50,000 Jamaican dollars from our government in kind. You know, but I check for $50,000, you know. Then pay for the press party, the drinks and the coffee. And they put a little money towards the police. Now you imagine, we bring in tourists to fill the hotels. And they turn around and charge us for the police that come down there to defend them. So we have to put up housing for 140 police officers and help feed in.
You want to see the policemen, yeah.
That is something else.
Our inflows that we're feeding police, housing police, who are there to protect the tourists that we are bringing in to fill the hotels.
Yes.
The problem.
So the question still stands. What has the government done for reggae music? Given that UNO was there and seeing something that could just blossom out, which it did. Right now over the world, you see, remnants of reggae Sunsplash all over the world. And it was nothing. Them a build a venue for a foreign show.
That's right.
Wow.
That's right.
And name it the Bob Marley Center. Hello. Well,
hey, Raddenberg. No, Raddenberg.
In a cricket ground. Well, reggae Sunsplash is in a cricket ground.
Yeah.
They are building the Bob Marley Center for the Grateful Dead.
And Skitter Davis. Can I remember Skitter Davis? How much is that doggy in the window? Ow, ow, ow.
We can laugh. No.
Peter Tosh in the parade.
Yeah, Peter Tosh. I think Aretha Franklin was on it too.
Blackie
Rose on it. Yes.
Yeah.
Right, amazing. And I remember all my people, even though the park never did want to go too Grateful Dead, you kind of people, all them say Grateful Dead in Jamaica, even though all my people did fly, come down here because of Grateful Dead. You know?
Who that a deadhead.
But you know what, Muta? They came down, you see, and for the first time, we physically saw hard drugs being used.
Long there?
We saw hypodermic for the first time. Sunsplash themselves a ganja festival, sure.
That was a heroin festival.
But we never had people snorting cocaine all over the place, wide open. We never had people with injection needles. And we never had sexual acts taking place during the event. And at the end of all of that, Sunsplash came down as a drug festival.
Because of ganja.
That's right.
Which is now decriminalized.
I'm laughing at all of them in the motor because it was all decriminalized as far as I'm concerned.
All right, my question from that, because after all of that, how you decide so to take it on the road? Because that was the most interesting part of me being on Sunsplash so much time. For go here now say we're going to go tour with it all in Japan. We go. How to come to that now?
Well, that was a necessity, Muta, because we were not making money in Jamaica at all. With the dollar, you forget how our dollar slid from almost 2 to 1 until when we, in 1995, I think it was like almost 30 to 1. Right? So the economy was constantly going down. It was like we were swimming upstream.
Yes.
We couldn't relax. It was relaxed.
What happened was that it got so tight that Tony had to move back to California.
I remember that. I go in my yard one time.
And that's really where it started in terms of what. So once Tony got there, he put his head to tour in America.
Yes.
And that's where it began, A lot of credit go to Tony for that. I mean, the first tour was Donald on it.
Yep. First tour was historical.
Was it a disaster or near disaster?
I remember the lineup was with me, Peter Metro, Shinehead, Chalice, and Freddie McGregor. I think that was the lineup. I don't know if that was
that wasn't the first one.
I think
no, I know it was the first one.
I think that was 86. I think the first one was 85, which was Gregory Isaac, Dennis Brown, and Third World.
Yes, yes.
That was the first U.S. tour.
Yeah.
And that was very, very good. Tommy, of course. It went down very well. I remember we sold out Radio City Music Hall.
Yeah.
First time reggae went into Radio City Music Hall.
Yeah, well,
and we sold it out.
Bob may have gone there. I think Bob may have gone there. Yeah.
Bob wasn't on the tour.
I think Bob may have gone there. We did some really prestigious.
No. Bob went to Madison Square Garden, not Radio City Music Hall.
Yeah.
Madison
I
Square
remember
Garden.
we did the Greek theater in Los Angeles.
Yeah, we did a Greek theater in San Francisco and Los Angeles.
Los Angeles, yes.
Also blues.
Yes, yeah. And then we end up at Japan.
And we went to Japan.
Yeah.
Yes.
We did 3 major shows in Japan.
Yeah.
Started in Japan. Reggae.
That was also in 1985. We did the first Japanese tour.
But I think we had done Splash in the Palace before that, not so?
Yes. 84 was Splash in the Palace. London.
Or the Crystal Palace and sold it out. 5,000.
Yes, sold out Crystal Palace, yeah.
All right. Make we ask you now, because we don't have no much time left. All right, make we ask you now. We are told that Reggae Sunsplash will be back in November. Obviously, it's not Ronnie Burke or Dan Green. I keep it. How that go now?
Well, if you want me to start, I can say that
Anybody can start.
in 1995, early 1995, we were our backs were against the wall, right? 94 was a bad year for us, right? And 95, we really needed some capital to even stage Sunsplash in 95.
But
so
hold on now.
we heard.
Before you get there, what really drove us against the wall was when the government decided that the Bob Marley Performance Center was a better suited for a housing scheme. And we had to get over there. So we really had no way.
Hey, Ronnie Burke, easy.
We had no way to go.
No, that's important.
Easy,
we
Ronnie
had to
Burke.
go to Catherine Hall, which wasn't ready.
Wait, cut that. Wait, hold on there. Ronnie Burke, you are saying, what caused the starting of the demise of Sunsplash is because the government said they want to build a housing scheme for Bob Marley Center.
And they did.
That is true. And they did. Because we had invested quite a bit of money. Right?
Yeah, for rehabilitated.
94 in building up the Bob Marley Center. We had permanent structures down there because prior to that we used to, take everything back to Kingston and then bring back everything to Montego Bay. But 1994 now we said, boy, let's dig in and try to put some permanent structures on the Bob Marley Center. And that is the year
the government said housing scheme.
But don't
so we lost everything.
Not only that. When the government decided that we should leave, they put security in the place and we couldn't even get in there. We wanted to recover our zinc, our toilets, whatever we had put in as much as we could, but we were refused the entry. We had to come back to Kingston, get a letter from the UDC to get back in there to salvage our own stuff, and by the time that happened, it was all gone.
It was all gone, man. By the time we get down there,
everything went.
Everything.
Yeah, thief come move everything.
So here we are now, looking for a new venue. All our resources have gone. Catherine Hall is not ready, and even though ready, it has no car park. It had 6 bathrooms when we had 50. It had no. They were even saying that in case I could put a perimeter fence around it. It didn't have any grass. They were going to dump marl on it. And we said, well, we're already in the marketplace. We simply can't. Wait.
Yeah. So this is how the reach.
This goes. We went to Jam World. So go on from there.
Yeah. Jam World. I remember Jam World.
Right.
Yeah.
So 1995 now, without any financing at all, they said, boy, let's go back to the tourist board and ask, if they can really help. And then we got word that the chairman of the tourist board wanted to talk to us.
Yeah.
So I was very excited. I said, boy, finally the tourist board has come around. Right? So we had a meeting with the chairman of the tourist board, only to find out that the money was not coming from the tourist board, but it was coming from a private investor.
Yeah.
Right? A businessman. Right? And we said, all right, what's the deal? They said that they wanted to buy shares in Synergy Productions. And we spoke to the partners, and we said, yeah, man, if you know, somebody's going to come with capital, hard capital, we'll be, you know, amenable to giving them shares. Right? So that's where we started the conversation. And as the conversation went on and on, right, and they did their due diligence, looked into our books, and then they came back with a different argument altogether now.
Yeah.
Right? So the original agreement was that they were going to buy shares. And then they came back from
so they want everything.
A different position. They want to buy the name.
The name, yeah.
Reggae Sunsplash.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, and that is where
but
I sort of jumped off the
something
ship.
get missed out.
And not selling Sunsplash at all. But then we had a very serious situation, because by now Mr. Burke had made a supreme sacrifice of actually putting up his house.
Okay.
Which was no longer a joke now.
Yeah.
Right? So I could understand all the emotions and everything that we were going through.
Of course.
You know, by this time Tony was overseas, so it was me and Ronnie alone in Jamaica.
Yeah.
Facing the wolves. That now change the argument altogether.
So in the long and short of it is that Ronnie Burke find himself in a situation where he's either him go a street, go live with him family, or him just say, okay, come make we do this thing here and just save my family and my house and all them something there. So the present owners now, them is the ones now who going to facilitate the return of Reggae Sunsplash in November. That is where we are saying. But you miss out something though. How we did reach a Ronnie Williams Center?
Ronnie
Williams Center, that was a different year, man. That was 1980.
We Ronnie Williams Center 1980 Muta, because when we did 79 and Bob Marley sold out the entire town of Montego Bay, and sold out Negril, and sold out Trelawney, and sold out Runaway Bay. People were sleeping on the beaches. People were sleeping in the Miami airport just to try and get down to see Bob Marley. With that success, it suddenly dawned on the tourism board, that the tourism people, whoa, reggae music can really do this. So when 1980 came and they had this massive election campaign where nearly 800 people were killed, all the travel bans came into place from all the United States, etc. So Montego Bay was out of the question, and we said, okay, you're stuck. And tourist board said, no. Tourist board said, no, we have to do this thing. We have to have continuation. And the only place to do it is in Kingston, and the only place in Kingston to do it.
Ronnie Williams.
So we said, look, this place holds 5,000 people. There's no way we can
hold it. After only left 30,000 long, so yeah. And they said, no, we have to do it. And the tourist board advanced $130,000 seed money for us to do it. Well, we did it, and of course, it had big losses. I think it have Peter Tosh on it too. It have Peter Tosh.
But it doesn't want to put the event. Peter Tosh.
All right, here we know, brethren. Here we know. We're sorry about this. Maybe I forgot to do a part 2 of this thing, you know, because it's so gripping that it's amazing. You know, I know a whole heap of people are the first time hear this now, as it relates to the inner Sunsplash. But
a long story.
Why Ronnie Burke, you shouldn't go tell me, say, the government bill Bob Marley Center to go keep Grateful Dead concert in the Rasta. It grieves me when you say that, you know. And the hottest thing you tell me, you know. Because me they are lobbying how much years now for say, why we not have no we can present the music, a presentable place to present the music, and you are telling me to them find money to keep a foreign show. Amazing. Anyway, give thanks Ronnie, give thanks Dan. You know, yeah man,
my pleasure.
Yeah man, give thanks. Yes.
Anytime.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
That was amazing. That was really amazing to me personally. Because I know how the thing go from performing pan it how much years, but Bob Marley Center is now a housing scheme place. I think of here. Can't call it Bob Marley housing scheme, you know. Or else the Marley Foundation suit till you can't sue the word, them know. Anyway, that's how it go. Anyway, click it.